We're getting ready to go green here. This is the Natty Light 500. No warm-up lap, so we're ready to go. We're at Bristol. My name's Adam. Now we got to concentrate. I want to get this out of the way right now. Big thanks to Marasmius, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, a YouTube commenter who on one of my Bristol videos said, hey, I can fix the pit road issue you have, where the leaders go on pit road and they just stay there and end up losing a lap and kind of ruins the race and the immersion of the race. But he fixed it. So, but the downside is we don't have one long pit road here. We have two pit roads, front stretch and back stretch, and we're starting in the back half, so we're on the back stretch, and that'll hurt us on when there's pit stops under caution. So, but let's gotta make sure we gas it in the turns if we're on the bottom line. These cars are all just elite drivers. They all have the same elite ratings, so they're going to be on us in every turn. We cannot fall asleep at the wheel. We got to be on top of it all the time. I really want this to start spreading out, and it looks like it is already, which is good. This is my third attempt at a clean start, and if you're watching this, that means this is the last one that I ended up going with, obviously. Just so much going on. Taking a look at the points here. We're making our way. I think we're in the teens now, 30-some points back. I think we've gained 30 or 40 points the last two races. Steve Jobs, I think, is still in the points lead, but he is starting near the back of the pack this race, behind us. And our strategy at Phoenix of starting on the inside line has already paid off. We've already gained 10, 12 spots here. But now we're just going to fall in line. Like, this isn't... you're going to see how tough this is to pass. And something I'm curious about is when these leaders catch up to the back of the pack. I mean, Bristol already has... The short tracks already have a problem on this game where the leaders have trouble passing lapped cars. And that's even with a difference in their ratings. Like, now imagine when all the ratings are exactly the same. They might not be able to lap cars and just everybody's going to get bunched up again. All right, we can't be squealing the tires like this. We got to find our line. Just a nice smooth line, like so. Oh, somebody's smoking already. Guess who it is? Oh my God, look who it is. Mick Dundee. I can't. I have no words. I have no words. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. I literally have no words. I'm speechless. I'm just trying to think of something to say about Mick Dundee. Might have to, I'll tell you what, might have to just get him out of that Foster's car. I might make him a Vegemite car. I got a little bit of a painting bug, or a painting itch, after making those little Lily and Michael Jackson ones. So I might make Mick Dundee a Vegemite car and get him out of that Foster's, get some, you know, change his luck a little bit, you know. Neil Armstrong passed Martha Stewart there. I wasn't even watching that. That's Prince Akeem in the McDowell's car behind us. It's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Once we weren't hugging the inside line, getting past cars. We were just going to fall in. These cars are just so good. .50 lap pit window. I hope I shouted out that Marasmius, because I've had to do the intro 3 or 4 times because the cars kept wrecking, so I forget what I've talked about. But Marasmius fixed the pit road issue here. And I'll definitely put something in the description about that. I think we can get a good run on Martha here.
Keep it up, keep digging.
Maybe not. These... Oh. I mean, sitting in 18th, that's unbelievable. I don't know if I mentioned or not, we have moderate damage this race. Just because I don't want the point system, you know, the points race to get messed up just because Bristol is jacked and robot computer cars can't handle Bristol. You know, they'll just drive right into a wreck because they don't know where else to go. So I think you pretty much have to get your head chopped off in order to DNF with moderate damage, but I'm not sure. All right, here's the plan. We're gonna really focus on hitting our marks here and see if we can catch old Martha here. You want to kind of diamond it, gun it through the turn, nick that apron sometimes. Oh, you can see we closed on her, but Prince Akeem's coming with us. We don't have anything for her, man. These cars are too good, and this is only for 18th position. Basically, to pass her, we need to have her bobble a little bit while we turn in our fastest lap, or just an elite lap, you know. This might do it. Yeah. Didn't have to give her the old bump and run either. We'll slide up in front of her. Clean pass, I feel. And we're gonna try to track down old Neil Armstrong here. 20 laps to go until pit stops. Old Neil Armstrong. Yes, we went to the moon. I know that's like a huge thing going on in conspiracy circles, like the moon landing was faked. I mean, you go on YouTube, and I mean, a conspiracy, just like a good old-fashioned conspiracy, is fun. Like, oh man, there's some secret stuff going on. We're being fooled. But if you just go on YouTube, and I usually don't say, hey, go to YouTube for research, but you can find entire mission, like communication logs between mission control and the astronauts for every Apollo mission. Like, they would have to sit there and fake that for 8 days for each mission. All of the engineers, all of the people in mission control, they'd have to fake it for years. Okay? Then they'd have to send a rocket to the moon that have all the engineering specs to get to the moon, build that rocket, and then just not go to the moon with it. Like, it just doesn't jive. Like, again, it's fun. It's so much fun to think about. Oh, we need to go to the moon, man. And that's only one aspect of it. There's a great breakdown that a cinematographer did, because everyone's like, Stanley Kubrick filmed it, or they filmed it in the desert in a soundstage or something. All the footage on the moon. There was a cinematographer, like a cinebuff, cinema historian or whatever, that just breaks down why it would have been impossible to fake the filming of it, because they would have to film it in slow-mo, or they would have to film it in regular speed and then bring it down to slow-mo to show, to simulate the gravity, the slower movements of the astronauts and whatnot. And it's not realistic. And there would be obvious, he breaks it down. It's just great. If I remember, I'll throw the link up right now in the corner of your screen, if I remember. I've never really messed with those links like that. But he really broke it down. Unless he's in on it too. Unless he's in on the conspiracy too. I don't know. And then the Soviet Union would have to be in on it too, because that was like Cold War. That was like Cold War Central, the space race, and they would have called bullshit on the United States if they were like, yeah, we went to the moon, and Soviet Union would be like, what are you talking about? And you start looking into the moon is fake, then you start looking into space is fake. That's how I first found out about the current flat Earth stuff going on. People talking about flat Earth, because then you find space is fake. People talking about space is fake, and the NASA is like, space shuttles aren't real, and International Space Station is underwater and stuff. It's wild. And I mean, if there's some people that are listening to this that are already like, yeah, well, what about this, or what about that? Just little things here and there don't add up to, they just don't hold water to the idea that there's some grand, like all the machinery that would have to be in place to pull off like a conspiracy such as space is fake. Like, it's just nonsensical. Anyway, we got 2 laps to go before pit stops. I just knew we were going to fall in line here. Nothing exciting was going to happen. This has been Conspiracy Hour with Adam. Oh, shit. Are we on? Yeah, we're on the backstretch. We're pitting on the backstretch. We do have pit stops coming up right now. We see some cars going in. Feels like Neil Armstrong might be going in. He is. So let's remember that we were behind Neil Armstrong when pit stops began. That's going to be easy to remember that we were behind Neil Armstrong there. Is Mr. Rogers going into pit? No, he isn't. Yes, he is.
Keep it under 40. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
40? Or did he say 35?
We'll fill you up.
Cameron Fry, you turd. We're going to have to back up. Which is totally fine.
The leader's pitting now.
Shout out to Neil Armstrong there. I think he was staying in his stall
Great work, guys. Limit
to
keep it under 3,500.
Wait a minute, what? We came in, he said it was 40.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Keep it under 40. Keep it
I'm
under
confused.
4,000 in seconds. Okay, merge when you can.
Okay. Where was Mona Lisa Vito? We should be seeing Neil Armstrong too. But I think he actually got held up on pit road. These are all new cars we're seeing. This is very good. We were what, low teens? Should have used our position number and not, No, I tell you what, we lost some time, because there's Martha Stewart, and we passed her. Right? I don't know.
You're now in the top 20.
Did we just not gain any spots? That's awesome. Shout out to Marasmius. I think we're going to gain a couple more spots here. From everything cycling through. Yeah. Big gap behind us. And this should be our final positions. We didn't gain anything there. So 17th. Neil lost he lost 4 spots there. This is Mona Lisa Vito in front of us. Happy Gilmore in front of her. Al Bundy up there, and then Martha Stewart is in our little gang of cars. Then Hannibal Lecter and Guy Fieri are behind us. Yeah, we lost Mick Dundee. Forrest Gump 5 laps down. And got some lappers. I wasn't even seeing who was in the lead to start. Okay, that makes sense. Warhol and Cooper started 1-2, I think. So they didn't get hurt. Who else is in the top 10 up there? Amelia Earhart, Wayne Campbell, Stay Puft, Marshmallow Man, Andy Van Slyke, Lily, Super Dave, Gus Fring, and Randy Marsh. Where is Steve Jobs? I don't see Steve Jobs, man. 25th. Okay, so he's probably close to going a lap down. That's good news for us. This is just fun. This is just... Everybody's behaving. Pit stops were nice. And say we do roughly 15 seconds a lap. 200 laps. Basically 200 divided by 4. So 50. This is a 50-minute video, 50-minute race. But it's actually 16 seconds a lap, kind of. We just turned in our fastest lap of the race. Just under 16 seconds. Yeah, cars are just all spaced out right now. Probably everybody's single file, too. Like, nobody can find a way around cars. And there's nothing going on, man. There's nothing happening. Marissa Tomei is a babe. Mona Lisa Vito in front of us. Still is a babe. Oh, we gotta run though.
Car outside. Still there. Keep low.
Let's stay down low, make sure she doesn't get into us.
Clear.
Next race on the schedule is North Wilkesboro. And that'll be a dogfight on a short track. Then we go to Talladega. Then we go to Pennsylvania, hitting up Nazareth, new track in Pocono. I just dialed in Nazareth a few hours ago. Did a test run there. Tuned in the AI. That's gonna be a fun one. That track's a lot of fun. I still have to dial in a new New Hampshire. Riverside. I still have to deal with Riverside road course. And then Nashville Super Speedway. I already did my fuel run there. I just have to sync up the AI to it. Won't be difficult. And that's a fun little fast track as well. And I'm thinking about shuffling the schedule around. I'm going to end the season at Atlanta. Okay, we got cars lined up in front of us here. You see this? And we've just been slowly reeling them in. But A, I'm thinking about taking Miami off the schedule. B, moving that Atlanta 1980s track to be the season finale. And then I'm thinking about what track I want to replace Miami with. We might even get wild and go to that Taylor Swift Superdome track or whatever. Like, I hope some of these fictional, like, oddball tracks people make, I hope they really, if they put in the effort to make sure the AI runs clean and have good pit road entry and, you know, no weirdo behavior. I think that was Guy Fieri that just blew up. Then I'll race it, and if it's a fun track, I'll race it. If that Taylor Swift Superdome, if that's just really just look out. If that's just really good racing there, and the AI behaves, we might be going there. I mentioned at Daytona, I think, I wanted to do Airbase Speedway from the Slap Shoes series of videos, but it just wasn't good racing. Okay. I mean, you want to talk about not good racing? How about what we're doing here? Like, Bristol's fun. We're having fun. But, I mean, just the cars being so evenly matched. There's just nothing to do. We've been able to gain a couple spots on the track. And gained one or two on pit road, I think. We're 15 minutes from pit stops again, or 15 laps from pit stops again, and halfway mark. I just know there's no reason really to go to commercial during this, like I do the other tracks. So I'm just finding things to chat about. Yeah, poor Al Bundy.
Outside.
I'm getting around Happy Gilmore here. Poor Al Bundy. I had him in a Polk High blue car when I first started making the field. And when we catch a glimpse of the side of his car, eventually, you can see there's like football jersey stripes there. That's because that was the original paint scheme, blue, and then the stripes were white. But he was number 33, Polk High. And then once I stumbled upon Indiana Jones in his funny Rolling Rock sponsor, which made perfect sense. Rolling Rock's number's 33, had to use that, and then Al Bundy got bumped to 94 just because it's Bill Elliott's number. No rhyme or reason to that. No rhyme or reason to Happy Gilmore being number 19 either. Or Martha Stewart being number 37. But there's some cars. 71, D.B. Cooper, the year he hijacked that plane. 84, Steve Jobs, the 1984 Apple commercial. Ecto 1. Mr. Rogers, I just always thought of him as like the Wood Brothers, number 21. I don't know why. Ray Finkel, number 5, that's his jersey number in the movie. Yeah, but all told, there really isn't a lot of number driver, whatever the word is. There's not a lot of reasons that certain drivers have numbers. I don't know what I'm saying. That hopefully that thought came out and made sense. All right, we got 4 or 5 laps here until pit stops. And we usually get a caution at Bristol, so I never have to worry about pit windows. But if we don't get a caution here, some of these cars might be right up against, you know, the 200 lap number with a 50 lap pit window, so I don't know. And I don't like being sandwiched here between Al Bundy and Happy Gilmore when these pit stops begin, because the AI doesn't really give you a lot of warning that they're going to be pitting. So do we have to sacrifice a spot here just to stay to the high side in the turns? Maybe. Just because I know the drill. No damage. Oh, that's right. Moderate damage. All right, I got news for you. We're past lap 100, so... All right, there's some pitters. Uh-oh. Happy Gilmore's pitting. I got news for you. No, he's not. He was just spooked. All right, that's going to hurt us. That is going to hurt us. We wanted to keep our speed up. All right, there's Al Bundy pitting. Ooh, wait a minute.
Okay, we're under caution. Pit road is closed. There's an accident in the pit. You're in the top 10.
Where am I going? Where am I picking up the pace car here?
Stay behind the 14 car.
I don't know where I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I can pit here, right?
Pit road is now open.
Yeah.
We got trouble in the pit. Past the 43 car. The pace cars in turn 2.
We'll see.
The pace cars on the back straight. The pace cars in turn 3.
We'll probably get dinged with some kind of penalty for passing a pace car or something.
The pace cars in turn 4. Go, go, go! Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road. The pace cars on the front straight. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 33 car, past the 20 car. Keep it under 40. Keep it under 4,000.
I have no idea.
We're going green next time by.
Okay.
We're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside.
We're going green the next time by.
The 33
Okay.
car on the outside line.
This is gonna be bad. We have only 16 cars in the lead lap. We have all these cars that are gonna be below us here. Forrest Gump must have gotten to the wall or something. He's 5 laps down. We saw that earlier. But we are on the lead lap, at the tail end of the lead lap. Andy Warhol and DB, a bunch of those, you can see down to Happy Gilmore. They're behind us. I don't know. Who cares? Okay.
Get ready now. Going
Shit. What? Just gotta survive this, man.
green. Pit cars in.
We can do this.
Green, green, green.
We can do this.
Clear. Car inside.
Well,
Here comes the leader. You're up top. 3 wide. You're up top. 3
somebody's ridiculously slow here. That's Ray Finkel's just not moving.
You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear outside. Inside. Car outside. Yellow flag is out. Let's go.
Well, we got,
Outside. Clear outside.
and we're a lap down. Andy Warhol got us.
Car outside. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pace
What a
line.
snake.
Pit road is closed. Stay behind the 11 car.
All right, we're lining up here. Gonna go green. Didn't have too many pitters or anything going on. We lost Guy Fieri a while ago. But yeah, no DNFs, which is good. Probably some beat up cars though. Ray Finkel did pit. Andy Warhol in the lead. We gotta hook up with Hannibal Lecter and Neil Armstrong here. And at least get out
Get ready now. Going green.
ahead of Andy Warhol, because there's probably gonna be some more cautions. So we got to get a good jump. Just stay on the bottom line, though. Even if we don't get a good
Green,
jump.
green, green.
Just don't lose the bottom line.
Still there.
Just a pack of wild dogs behind us, man.
Clear outside. Outside.
This is where a lot of my Bristol races go to shit. Freaking DB Cooper jumped out ahead of Andy Warhol. And he's on the bottom, basically on the bottom of the track now. We got to hook up with Happy Gilmore here. Pass Andy Warhol,
Clear outside. Outside.
which makes that an easy pass, and now
Clear.
we got to get on our horse and catch DB Cooper, and they're 3 wide behind us. That might be bad news. I think we got to use the tires to catch up to DB Cooper. We can't mess around right here. But Happy Gilmore's kind of in our way. And you know what you do to cars that are in your way at Bristol? We can't even get to him to do it. We can't even give him a tap. We just can't get up to him right now. Look out. Damage.
We won't fix the damage.
We aren't fixing that damage. Yeah, definitely took a couple of good whacks in order to finally... You see me? I'm here.
Stay low. Stay low. Clear.
Yeah, if we have a chance of gaining spots later on, we have to catch DB Cooper. He's in the middle of this 3-car pack ahead of us. That restart didn't go exactly as I planned, just because we didn't have any ass on the start. Then we had trouble in the first couple of turns. Peed my pants a little bit. We're fine. We're definitely catching them though. Definitely on my game right now too, turning in sub 16 laps pretty consistently. Yeah, turned in the fastest lap of our race. All right, now we have 74 to go. I'd say we have about 25 laps, a little bit past lap 150. We'll see pit stops again. Don't make me do that, DB. You see I'm hungry. His car is supposed to be what the Northwest Airlines plane looked like that he hijacked. It's really tough to nail silver. It does the job though. We were talking about conspiracies and everything earlier. DB Cooper, for the longest time, I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely made it. He definitely survived. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he did or didn't. Nobody knows. I'm just saying, they had all the bills. They had all the bills cataloged, the serial numbers. So if they showed up in circulation somewhere, it would have tripped alarms at a bank, or how I have no idea. I have no idea how that works, but I don't know. Here we go. Here we go. We just got to get around him for if a caution comes out. We're at least on that lead lap. But what we don't want to do is here comes the leader for the next 60 laps. But it looks like Stay Puft followed us through that hole. So we're good. Now we're back on Neil Armstrong again, but he was slow. I mean, that's why we were able to catch up to DB Cooper, I think.
Here comes the leader.
Yep, here comes the leader. And if you really want to learn about vintage space, there's actually a channel called The Vintage Space. The host of that channel does everything right. Very educational stuff. All right, Neil.
Car outside. Clear. Outside.
Fake ass astronaut.
Clear.
Let's go.
Here comes the leader.
Oh, Stay Puft is on us, and then I'm guessing DB Cooper's right behind him. All right, we're gonna
Car outside. Stay low.
we're gonna use the Spice Girls as a pick.
Stay low.
Very good stuff.
Stay low.
Are the Spice Girls for position? I don't know.
Here comes the leader. You're now in the top 20.
Prince Akeem is. Again, just oh, Stay Puft was in the lead. I didn't even know Stay Puft was the leader. Kind of like at Phoenix, if you were watching that. I spent like 20 laps trying to get around Wayne Campbell and then celebrated it by saying, oh, we just gained a position, but he was a lap down. So we didn't even gain a position. But that was Stay Puft and Marshmallow Man, or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is the leader right now. And I thought that was so, but we are on the lead lap though. And I was gonna say, I wish I could give you some narrative on, you know, how the race is going and stuff, but it's just so hectic. Haven't lost anybody else. The Spice Girls were a lap down, so that wasn't for position. And we are in 20th. Martha Stewart's a lap down. That's not for position. Where's old Steve Jobs? 17th. Any other big names in the top 10? Andy Van Slyke, it's good to see him maybe not get a DNF this race. Andy Warhol dropped back to 8th after that restart. Yeah, 6 different winners so far this season. And we don't even have a repeat winner in the top 10 right now. Like all those top 10 cars, it would be the first. They would be a different winner for us in our season. Yeah, but this has been fun. We still got, we're 75% of the way through this thing. And other than skipping some time during caution laps, this is just flag to flag coverage. Might try to have some fun with those field snapshots I do with the free cam. I don't know. Just trying to have some fun. Andy Van Slyke is... Oh, that's right. We're below 50 to go, so we're going to see pit stops here. And... I don't know. If we have a bad pit stop, not even a bad pit stop, if we don't have an elite AI-esque pit stop, we're going to be a lap down again. So I'm going to say lap 42. Lap 42. Or with 42 to go, 44 to go is when we're pitting. What is this? Don't come down here, Prince Akeem. He was acting funny. Some kind of panic line, I guess. There's Steve Jobs. This is the tail end of the lead lap here.
The leader's pitting now.
I don't know. Oh, yes. This is what we needed.
We got trouble on the back straight. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Pit road is closed. Stay behind the E4 car. You're in the top 10.
All right, pit road is closed, but now the next time we pass our pit road, it's going to be open. We're going to see cars going in here. Maybe. Look out, DB Cooper. Homer Simpson was with us at the back of the pack to start the race.
You're in 5th. Good job.
We're in 5th, but this is the downside of...
Pit road is now open. We got trouble in the pit.
This is the downside of pitting on the backstretch. Because
The pace cars on the back straight.
all of the cars that were behind us that already pitted, they can just...
Pace cars in turn 3. Remember,
They can just
don't
fly
pass
past us right now.
At the end of pit road. The pace cars in turn 4.
We'll see where we shake out here.
The pace cars
I'm curious.
on the front straight. Go, go, go.
All right, we're going to be going green next time by. Folks, we are in 4th place. Don't know how. I just don't know how. But we are in 4th place. Well, I know why. I think we stayed out while everyone was pitting. Anyway. DB Cooper, Amelia Earhart, and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We got to find them. Steve Jobs is right behind us. Okay, whatever. 40 to go. It's not wreck.
Green, green, green.
Let's look for slow cars, too. Andy Warhol, bad jump, or is he slow?
Keep digging. Inside. Clear. Inside.
Yeah, we got to watch out for wrecks, too. So, if Andy Warhol had gotten a good jump there, I was going to follow,
Clear inside.
get behind Gus Fring in the yellow car,
Clear inside.
and sneak past the leaders on the high line, but
Still there.
that all went to crap.
Keep high.
Now we're just
Stay high. You're in
keeping
there.
our
Green
keeping
one.
our eye out for wrecks. No problem. We're all right.
Go. Race back to the line. Clear.
Let's not go lap down.
That car's a lap down.
Come on, go. Okay.
We're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 9 car. Pit road is closed. Past the 15 car.
Now, if we can swoop around, we can have time to pit and fix damage, because we're obviously going to have damage. Or no, we're just going to wing it. All right, getting ready to go green. We're in 12th, P12. Let's survive. Let's just survive with 33 to go at the line. Steve Jobs has wormed his way up to 5th place.
Get ready now. Going green.
DP Cooper in the lead. Stay Puft right there. Randy Marsh, Amelia Earhart.
Then.
Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Same deal. We want to get on the inside because we're faster down there, and we actually have a getaway plan when a wreck breaks out.
Stay high. Stay high.
All right, they're behaving so far. We're just losing spots. I mean, we gained all those spots in the early going. And now we're on the other end of the stick here. There's nothing we can do about it. Of course, some of these cars are a lap down. We're not losing a bunch of spots here. I just don't want to take on any more damage in a wreck. We lost a spot there somewhere. 3 wide ahead of us. Steve Jobs in the middle. That's bad news, Bears, man. Rosa Parks just isn't giving him any room. Oh, I had to gun that to make sure. I think that's Jack Burton. Make sure he didn't spin us out. Not a huge surprise that we lost all these positions. But now we got thrust to the back. Now let's go. That damage I turned on, or that damage that I said, hey, we're not going to fix. Not really feeling it. Of course, there is moderate damage. I don't know. We need Jack Burton to move here. Indiana Jones was for position. I'm trying to just see who's for position here. Happy Gilmore up on the outside for position. I'm guessing Jack Burton will be for position. Tim Taylor for position. Okay, now we're making gaining some spots back. Oh, Steve Jobs. I knew he was involved in that early wreck after the first caution. But we definitely wanted to get around him, and we have. I mean, he restarted here 5th. So he may just be beat up. Arthur Stewart's a lap down, pretty short. Alright, we've gained some spots back. After dropping to, what, 20th on that restart. Good stuff. DB Cooper out in the lead, and there's a... And then Stay Puft is right on him, and then there's a 5-second gap to Prince Akeem. And it looks like this is all for position here, except for Andy Warhol. Apparently he went a lap down, and he was battling up near the leaders. And Jack Burton is a lap down. He's not for position either. Yeah, he's 33rd. Yeah, it was fun. Racing side by side and it getting kind of nerve-wracking there for a while, but now we've settled back into single file stuff. I have nothing else to talk about. We are following Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express. Not sure how well received Big Trouble in Little China was when it first came out. It's like a cult classic now. Kim Cattrall in that movie. Oh boy, that was way before her Sex and the City days. All right, anyway, we got less than 12 laps to go. Now, let's not get distracted and have Indiana Jones spin us out. So we're just kind of holding the line here. Jack Burton in front of us isn't even for position. And this race was so hectic that I'm probably not going to be able to put too many stats up, or just, I don't know, I might. But I know there's like 4 or 5 cars that haven't, there's only 4 or 5 cars left that haven't led a lap this season. Or, wait a minute, or don't have a top 10, I don't know. We'll cover all that. Maybe even at Talladega, because North Wilkesboro is just going to be another hell in the cell, where I just don't, I'm just mentally drained from the race itself, that I don't put too much time into the editing process. We got 10 to go. I will show, hopefully, the, yep, Indiana. Gotta just give that spot up. We can't. We're kicking ass here. We just, I was trying to look at the standings. Looks like DB Cooper is large and in charge up there. 0.7 of a second lead on Stay Puft. Down to 0.6. Stay Puft has to gain a tenth of a second a lap. And he just gained 1/100th of a second that lap. So, I'm guessing DB's taking this home. He will be our 7th winner. 7th different winner. We got shuffled back to 15th after Indiana passed us, and you can see he is right on Jack Burton. So Indiana's he's hooked up here at the end. We didn't have anything for him. Happy Gilmore had a little bit of a run on us. Raced us for a while. Now he's dropped back. Stay Puff, looking for a miracle. Needs something to happen to DB Cooper, but it's probably not going to happen.
Just 2 to go.
Is DB like right on us? Where are we at? Oh yeah, he's right behind us. He's 3 seconds behind us. Shit.
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
Alright, this is our... Apparently he just won. I don't know. But we're gonna take the checkers here. Finish P15. Sold.
There's the flag. It's over. Okay, that's it. We'll get them next time.
Alright, we survived. That's all that matters. We didn't get a top 10, but again, we just survived. 5 leader, 7 lead changes, 20 caution laps. Andy Warhol led the most laps. We'll talk about him a little bit later. DB Cooper did get the win, obviously. On this front page, Neil Armstrong with a big jump. Tommy Callahan, a big jump. Andy Van Slyke gets a good finish that he needed after 3 DNFs. Then 11 through 20, Mona Lisa Vito, big jump. Amelia Earhart's been dropping, so that was good that she was able to stay up near the front of the field. We jumped 18 spots. Happy Gilmore came with us. Rosa Parks came with us. And Tobias Funke, this is big. He might... I don't know. I'm thinking he might be in the points lead, but probably not, because Steve Jobs is the points leader, and he's right there with him. And I wasn't looking at the points, I don't know. But Steve Jobs did gain some spots here. Nothing special on the third page of the results. Hannibal Lecter started back with us. Made it up to 21st. And nothing's really sticking out on this third page of the results. And finally, looking at the bottom 10 finishers. Rosie the Riveter, Mr. Rogers, and Cameron Fry all got bonus points at the halfway mark of the race. Dutch Vanderlyn with a big drop. He hasn't been doing good. I mean, I showed a graphic about him being one of 6 drivers that doesn't have a top 10. Andy Warhol led those 112 laps, ended up 37th. He just had some trouble. He was just slow coming out of those that last round of pit stops. I didn't see him get hit anywhere, and then I was able to see Forrest Gump just like headbutting the pit wall. And he ended up, he was 5 laps down, he gained a lap back, 4 laps down. And then poor Mick Dundee, we're changing it. It might not be North Wilkesboro, but it probably will be at Talladega. We'll get him a new paint scheme. Try to change his luck. Yeah, as I just said, we're going to North Wilkesboro and Talladega coming up. Thanks for watching.